Tuesday, July 15th, 2025, AGNDD intelliReport topic. Manitoba. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated Wikipedia-sourced video article. Explore the rich history of Manitoba, from its indigenous roots and European exploration to the adoption of its name and the pivotal events shaping its early development. The name Manitoba may originate from Cree Manitou Wapau or Ojibwe Maniduba, both meaning Straits of Manitou, the Great Spirit, or from Assiniboine Manitoba, meaning Lake of the Prairie. French explorers called the lake Lac des Prairies. Thomas Spence proposed the name for a new republic south of the lake, and Métis leader Louis Riel favored it over Assiniboia. The name was officially adopted in the Manitoba Act of 1870. Manitoba was first inhabited by First Nations peoples around 10,000 years ago. Early tribes like the Ojibwe and Cree established settlements and traded in the region. European exploration began in the 17th century with Henry Hudson's 1611 voyage to Hudson Bay. The Hudson's Bay Company, formed after the Nonsuch's 1668 to 1669 voyage, dominated trade, while French explorers and the Northwest Company also engaged in fur trading. The British secured the territory in 1763. In 1812, Lord Selkirk established agricultural settlements, leading to conflict with the Métis, culminating in the 1816 Battle of Seven Oaks. Rupert's Land was ceded to Canada in 1869, leading to the establishment of the Legislative Assembly of Assiniboia by Métis leader Louis Riel. Negotiations with Canada resulted in the Manitoba Act, making Manitoba a province in 1870. Riel fled due to a rebellion, and Métis faced land issues and racism, prompting migration. Numbered treaties with First Nations led to a reserve system, but land promises were often unmet, leading to ongoing land claims. Manitoba's borders expanded by 1912. The Manitoba Schools question highlighted cultural conflicts, with a compromise by Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier in 1896 allowing limited Catholic instruction. By 1911, Winnipeg was Canada's third-largest city, driven by rapid growth from investors and immigrants. The opening of the Panama Canal in 1914 and WWA slowed growth. During WWA, Nellie McClung led the women's suffrage campaign, and Manitoba became the first province to grant women voting rights in 1916. Post-WWA economic and political unrest led to the 1919 Winnipeg General Strike. The Great Depression hit hard, prompting economic diversification. During World War II, Winnipeg was key in training pilots. The 1950 Red River flood led to the construction of the Red River Floodway. The 1990 Meech Lake Accord sought Quebec's endorsement of the Canada Act 1982. Manitoba, located in central Canada, is bordered by Ontario, Saskatchewan, Nunavut, and the U.S. states of North Dakota and Minnesota. It features a diverse landscape with a significant portion of its water draining into Lake Winnipeg and the Nelson River. The province's geography includes flat, fertile areas in the south, like the Red River Valley, and hilly, rocky regions left by receding glaciers. Manitoba boasts over 110,000 lakes, including Lake Winnipeg and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Pimachio-Winaki. The highest point is Baldy Mountain, while the Hudson Bay coast is the lowest. Agriculture is prominent in the south. Manitoba experiences an extreme continental climate, with temperatures and precipitation decreasing from south to north and increasing from east to west. The province is far from moderating influences, leading to cold Arctic air masses in winter and warm, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico in summer. Southern Manitoba has a humid continental climate with cold, windy winters and warm summers, while southwestern Manitoba is drier and prone to droughts. The northern sections have a subarctic climate with long, cold winters. Manitoba is known for clear skies and experiences tornadoes, with the strongest recorded in Ally in 2007. Manitoba's natural communities are divided into 5 ecozones, with forests covering 48% of the province. The boreal forest spans the eastern, southeastern, and northern areas, featuring diverse tree species. The northeast is tundra, while the south-central and southeastern regions were historically tallgrass prairie. Notable wildlife includes polar bears, especially near Churchill, and various marine species like beluga whales. The province is rich in bird diversity with 391 species and hosts numerous animal populations including moose and wolves. Manitoba's lakes support 18 game fish species. Prairie remnants and diverse ecosystems are preserved in parks and protected areas. Manitoba's 2021 census recorded a population of 1,342,153, with over half residing in Winnipeg, marking it as the only Canadian province with such urban concentration. The largest ethnic groups include English, Scottish, German, and Ukrainian, with Indigenous peoples being the fastest-growing demographic. English is the most spoken language, followed by French and Tagalog. Christianity is the predominant religion, with 54.2% adherents, while 36.7% claim no religious affiliation. The Roman Catholic Church is the largest Christian denomination. Manitoba also hosts the largest Icelandic community outside Iceland, particularly in Gimli. Manitoba's economy is moderately strong, largely based on natural resources like agriculture, tourism, electricity, oil, mining, and forestry. In 2008, its GDP was $50, $834 billion, with a 2.4% growth rate. The average income in 2006 was $25,100, slightly below the national average. The unemployment rate in October 2009 was 5.8%. Agriculture, particularly cattle husbandry and grain farming, is crucial, with Manitoba being a leading producer of sunflower seeds and dry beans. Major employers include government institutions and private companies like Great West Life and Cargill. Manitoba also boasts a significant manufacturing and tourism sector, with Churchill's Arctic wildlife as a key attraction. Manitoba's early economy relied on Indigenous nations following bison and trading. The arrival of European traders in the 17th century shifted the focus to the fur trade, particularly beaver pelts. In 1811, agricultural settlers arrived, but the Hudson's Bay Company's dominance maintained the fur trade's importance. When Manitoba became a province in 1870, land ownership transferred to the federal government, and homesteads were allocated for farming. The construction of transcontinental railways facilitated trade. Initially reliant on farming, Manitoba's economy diversified further following the challenges of drought and the Great Depression. Manitoba became the first Canadian province from Rupert's Land in 1870, establishing a legislative assembly. Initially dominated by liberals and conservatives, the political landscape evolved with the emergence of the United Farmers and the CCF, which became the NDP. Since 1969, the NDP and progressive conservatives have been dominant. Manitoba's unicameral legislature elects the premier, with the current premier being Wab Kinew. The lieutenant governor represents the ceremonial head of state, King Charles III. Manitoba's judiciary includes the Court of Appeal, the Court of King's Bench, and the Provincial Court, handling various legal matters, with appeals reaching the Supreme Court of Canada. English and French are official languages in Manitoba's legislature and courts, as per the Manitoba Act, 1870. Despite attempts to abolish French's status in 1890, the Supreme Court reaffirmed its validity in 1985. However, the executive branch isn't required to be bilingual, except for legislative or judicial functions. The 1999 French Language Services Policy aims to provide services in both languages. As of 2006, 82.8% of Manitobans spoke only English, 3.2% only French, and 15.1% both. In 2010, the Aboriginal Languages Recognition Act recognized 7 Indigenous languages, highlighting Manitoba's linguistic diversity. Manitoba's education system includes public schools following a provincially mandated curriculum in French or English, with 65 funded and 44 non-funded independent schools. Public schools are regulated by 37 school divisions, with a 2021 plan to merge English language divisions into 15 regional areas. The province has 5 universities, 4 in Winnipeg and 1 in Brandon, regulated by the Ministry of Advanced Education and Literacy. The Université de Saint-Boniface is the oldest in Western Canada. Manitoba also has 54 public library systems, with Winnipeg Public Library holding the largest collection of 1.1 million items as of 2020. Winnipeg hosts several major festivals, including the Winnipeg Folk Festival, attracting over 70,000 attendees annually. The Festival du Voyageur, Western Canada's largest winter festival, celebrates French-Canadian heritage and the fur trading past. Folklorama, a multicultural event organized by the Folk Arts Council, sees approximately 400,000 pavilion visits, with 30% from outside Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival, the second-largest alternative theatre festival in North America, follows the Edmonton International Fringe Festival. These events highlight Winnipeg's cultural diversity and vibrant arts scene. Manitoba's museums offer a diverse exploration of the province's heritage. The Manitoba Museum highlights history from prehistory to the 1920s, featuring a full-size Nonsuch replica. The Manitoba Children's Museum provides interactive exhibits for kids. Nature-focused museums include the Living Prairie Museum, showcasing native grasses and wildflowers, and Fort White Alive, a diverse habitat park with bison. The Canadian Fossil Discovery Centre boasts Canada's largest marine reptile fossil collection. Other museums delve into aviation, marine transport, and railway history. Notably, the Canadian Museum for Human Rights is the first national museum outside Canada's National Capital Region. Winnipeg hosts 2 major newspapers, the Winnipeg Free Press and the Winnipeg Sun, alongside several ethnic weeklies like La Liberté. Brandon now has 1 newspaper, the Brandon Sun, after the Wheat City Journal closed in 2019. Winnipeg also has 6 TV stations and 21 radio stations, including French-language options. Brandon has 5 local radio stations. Rural areas receive radio services from Golden West Broadcasting, Chorus Entertainment, and local broadcasters. CBC Radio offers local and national programming, while Native Communications focuses on Indigenous content, reaching isolated communities and larger cities. Manitoba is home to 6 professional sports teams, including the Winnipeg Sea Bears, Blue Bombers, Jets, Moose, Goldeyes, and Valor FC. The original Winnipeg Jets played from 1972 to 1996 before moving to Arizona, but the team was revived in 2011. The province also hosts junior-level teams like the Brandon Wheat Kings and Winnipeg Rifles. In university sports, Manitoba is represented by the University of Manitoba Bisons, University of Winnipeg Westman, and Brandon University Bobcats. Curling is a significant sport, with Manitoba producing numerous champions and hosting the MCA Bonspiel. Long-track speed skating is also notable, with top athletes like Susan Auk, Cindy Klassen, and Clara Hughes. Manitoba's rich history, from its Indigenous roots to European exploration, shaped its cultural tapestry. Today it stands as a testament to resilience and diversity, honoring its past while embracing the future.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.